Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Last week I thought it myself. The best way to learn programming is that learning with examples. So in this chapter I want to implement a website like that for UFC event. Of course at the first we implement that on a console and then we implement on a web. So it's just one API that show the event of the fighters in the UFC. So without further ado, let's implement that. At the beginning, I just have a read command. I read that, and if I run that, it say enter the command. I want to say for beginning all. It means show me all the fighter. It's for that, and I need to read the users. So for that purpose in here I say read all users from JSON. I have a list of fighters in JSON. Later on we can implement that on a database, but for beginning I just have a fighters in JSON. We read our file, the name is at the beginning, and fighters.json. It's returned just two variable fighters and error, first error. If our error is not nil, just panic that. Otherwise, we want to parse our fighters. Okay, we have a .json. As you can see in here, it show the fighters as a binary, but I need to convert that fmt.println a string of fighters. Now if I run, it's show the list of fighters, but I need to parse them. For parsing that, I make one entities folder, and inside that we have a user or fighter. Fighter.go. Package entities, and inside of that I have a user. It have an ID, name, last name, and nickname. As you can see in here, ID, name, last name, and nickname. Can also copy that from my YouTube if you don't want to write that by yourself. And after that I need to parse my JSON. I do that by say just JSON.onMarshall. It gets the data and my users. Fighter and my variable, let's put that fighter str, that's represented as a string fighters, and my fighter variable is array of user. I need to import the user. It's my fight club and the entities, the name of my package and my entities. List of user, or var user type. Let's just substantiate that like that, but also I can define that what's on. Okay, entities dot user. What I do here, I made a list of the users with their fighters, and after that I parse the JSON and put the all fighters inside this list. If I debug this on here, you can see I have a list of 22 fighters. In next step, I want to parse my command and say read command dot split. I want to just split that with a space and say cmd is equal to the first full cmd. Let's split that with semicolon, no, separator. The problem, because I don't split that with spaces, that sometimes in a console it don't understand the difference between a space of the code and the console, so I put that separator instead of a space, and in here just read the fighters and parse them and get cmd. We need a switch after cmd, case all, just print the fighters, and case get by id. We just return the first fighter with that id. I just print first my cmd 0. Let's say the fighter with id %d is someone, and in here just let's parse my id just say we can't parse ID in here because it should be a number integer, and in here can say number by ID. If I run my code, go run main.go, and I need to get by ID, comma, the number of the ID I want, the number 5. The fighter with ID 5 is, in here I need to return the fighter name of ID 5, Conor McGregor. For that purpose, I need to install the one package with name Smber IO. I don't know even that's name. I checked the different packages, but the best one was that because it's make it very easy and fast. Okay, we add that, and if I see the here, as you can see, we have a different functions, and one of them is a find. From my users, I find my user and return. At the beginning, I need to, in my code, let's just see that. Say just fighter or fighter is equal to io.find. io.find actually I think. Maybe don't. I should be in a capital, io.find from my users or fighters, and where I want to find that, say find. In other languages that we say x is represented as a single user, and entities dot user, and return. If I return true, it's get the first user for me. It should return on users, and is not null. But I want to find that by ID, so say x, where my x is a user. As you can see, if I keep my x in here, it's a user. We can say user. You should or have to learn a lambda first for seeing this situation. We pass one function to the users for see it's in that array or not. It's have to return one boolean and say ID where user.id where our ID is equal to num id1. is not null or is null. Not equal to nil. Then we pass say panic is null. No, it's return boolean and say if we can not null, okay, and it's find, otherwise it couldn't find. Else in here say if we can't find that, say the finder with idea is not exist. Otherwise we get that and say our fighter dot name. And one backslash n. Go get by ID 5. The fighter with ID 5 is Connor. Let's say name plus no, we don't have plus in here, I think. Last name. Again. As you can see, if I write, for example, get by 6, it returns the number 6. It's a John Jones in fighters. And if I print someone like 100, as you can see, it's not exist in our list of the users.